Dr. Alice Bowes, who is now at the University of Manchester, talking about your informal style as a PhD supervisor.
I was applying for my PhD, and I'd had an interview with Joe, which I thought had gone okay. But what really appealed to me was a slightly less formal and more inclusive and friendly style. So I received a letter, and if I recall correctly, it had the word stuff in it, where she was talking about the kind of things I would need to sort out, what I would need to do when I actually arrived at Imperial. It felt very inclusive, and the group was really a good place to do research in a really supportive environment, and I think a lot of that was
Well, hello, Joanne.
You know, physics
Hello.
still does tend to be quite a male-dominated
How are you doing?
discipline area. There was a
Okay.
male attitude within both the department and also
Thank you.
general
Not
time.
bad.
And so Joe was
I
a
don't
bit
think
like a
that
breath of
today
fresh air in this quite
somebody will
intimidating
appear,
environment
will
to
show
find
up
yourself
in the
particularly
classroom.
as
I
a new
didn't
researcher,
have time
particularly as a
to
female member of staff.
put
So it's very
on
encouraging
an
from
announcement
that point of view.
on the
Well, thanks,
in
Alice.
this community.
And has this
So
informal
probably
approach of yours
nobody
that
will
Alice
show up.
mentions been an asset to you in running
Because
Imperial Physics
I
Department?
had
Yeah,
lots
well,
of
that's
things to
interesting.
do.
I hope so, in the sense that
Actually,
I feel I can talk to people.
I bought
And I feel they can talk to me,
a
and
new
that's
cell phone because
more
my old
engagement
one
is
is
a good thing.
almost
On the
dead,
other hand,
and
think I'm
I
a bit
had to
lightweight
download
on serious
everything
matters.
from
That's
the
good.
old one to the new one.
I'm not sure.
Also,
It gets
so
tough
I
sometimes, yeah.
switched
And
to
being involved
somebody else netbook because my computers are absolutely outdated and they will not work at all. And I didn't buy a new computer for me because I cannot decide which one to buy. So, how are things with you?
Well,
You see, it's again kind of a noisy. I have no idea why. The previous
are you there?
previous yes, I'm there. The previous class was the same thing. Lots of noise and it was almost impossible to do something. That is why I'm saying that that's another reason why I didn't put up the noise.
That is annoying.
Yeah, I don't know. So you see, it's definitely not my microphone, it's yours. Because I can turn off your microphone and turn off my microphone, so I chose and I tried both versions and both options. And still, I had this noise.
There's no noise now.
Well, what you can do is you remember these audio settings. You can make the volume of your mic smaller, and also you can turn down the volume of the speaker on your notebook, on your laptop.
How do I turn down the volume?
Right now it's very quiet.
Oh, okay.
But I will add mine. Right now your microphone is okay.
Well, here we are in no class.
No, nobody's showing up. I kind of expected this. As I said, no announcement at all. I didn't make a notice.
Yeah.
I didn't put any kind of... Yeah, I didn't have time. I didn't send the invitations. But that's okay. Have you heard anything from Kerry?
No.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I thought. Yeah. And as of my middle son, he tried to buy this very old apartment, and today he got the official refusal for the deed because he had some improper documents. The documents are improperly filled out because one of the shareholders of the apartment is under 14 years old. So you see, there is one of the students. He is from my school, from the high school where I have my extra classes. We can say hi to him. Can you see him?
Is his name Dima?
Yeah. His name is Dima. And he didn't turn on his microphone. Yeah, I think that he's trying to turn the microphone on. And you see another person showed up. That's Vlad. He used to come to previous classes.
Okay, Dima left his microphone on.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Is it you, Vlad?
Yes.
And Dima, can you hear us? Dima? Hello? Just write something in the chat window if you can hear us or not. Yes. Why don't you talk? Say something. Say hello to us. Yes? Alright. Joanne, how was this treating? You wrote that you bought 2 bags of sweets, didn't you?
Yes, I bought 2 big bags of candy.
Yeah, right.
And the children started coming as soon as it started getting dark. And they were at my door, they were pounding on the door, ringing the doorbell. And I gave all my candy out in about half an hour.
Wow, that many children came?
Yes.
That's very good.
And then I had to turn off my porch light and close my
I
door.
understand. Right. Right, you are. Did you put the pumpkin on the porch?
No.
Okay. So it's pretty big neighborhood if so many kids came to you. See, we are trying to gather students from, let's say, the audience of some 300,000 people, and not many people are coming. And you have so many kids. Probably I'd better start giving out the candies.
Well, I
Then
live
maybe
in a rural area, and people load up their cars with kids who live out on farms. They will drive into my neighborhood and let their kids out to come trick or treat.
All right. During this week, I connected to several people in the States, asking them about video conferences. One is a teacher of Slavic languages in the Ohio State University in Cleveland. He said that he uses mostly Skype for one-on-one meetings, and if it's necessary to have more students, then he usually uses the Polycom software. Polycom is you have to pay for the software, and it's I don't think that we need this because it's very complicated. Also, he uses another software, also payable, something like the Go Meeting or something like that. And also, I have been expecting for some person from New Mexico to answer me to my question about how he conducts the video conferences. But I didn't receive the answer. Also, during this week, I remembered the lady from Austin, Texas, where my youngest son lived for a year. I just wanted to contact her, and I couldn't find her email because it was in the year 2004. Yeah, the year 2004. And at that time I was using the different email accounts, and in this account they do not preserve the archives of the emails. So I tried to. She is on Facebook. I found her on Facebook. She didn't answer. Or maybe she doesn't attend the Facebook very often. Your last name is kind of a Japanese origin. She's something around our age. Um, Her husband was of the Japanese origin, and she herself, I think, is kind of German origin, because her name is Dagmar, and last name is Tsuchigane. Tsuchigane. And she prefers when people call her D. So it's, you see, pretty unique combination of proper names. So it was not very hard to find her. And she used to work as a nurse, so it was possible to find her through Google, through Facebook. So I tried and I couldn't reach her because I think that probably my oldest son. I might have told you that he left to the States. Yeah, I told you. I wrote you about that. And my middle son, connected him through this. They have the messages software on iPads, iPhones, which is called WhatsApp, Viber. Several others efforts, and so it's very convenient to use these apps because they use the number of the cell phone as a password or as your ID. That means that when a person doesn't return your phone call, it's no way for him not to return the WhatsApp message because it uses your cell phone number, and at the same time everybody uses the internet, so it's enough for the person to turn his internet on and immediately he will get the message, and the other end will immediately see that he got the message and the message was read. So that means that it's possible to track down everybody nowadays. So my middle son did this and got responses from the States, from Louisiana. He said that he is going to stay in the States for a month, but I'm not sure. So that's mostly all of my news. How about our students? If you remember, we asked them to prepare a couple of sentences to tell about themselves. So, Dima, can you say a couple of sentences about yourself? Hello? Vladimir, can you hear me? Okay. All right. He typed in. Yeah, I understand. Why don't you use your microphone? Why don't you talk? Just type the reason. But I cannot hear you. So, Dima, probably under the address bar of your browser, that means the place where you type the address of the website. Under this bar, probably you have the invitation which says let us, it's on, then deny or allow the access to your microphone and video cam. So that means that in your address bar in the browser you have the starlet, and next to the starlet you have the sign of the video cam, right? You have a starlet, a small star, and the symbol of a star, and then the symbol of the video cam. Do you have it in your address bar? After the words something like blinds, net, blue button, or something. Blinds, blind. Not sure. Yeah. Blind sign network. .com client is blue button .html. Yes, you have this symbol. Very good. So after that, if you put your mouse somewhere in the white space and then do the right click, you will have the settings. If you go to the settings, you can turn your microphone on. Is it also on? Okay, again, it is right click on your mouse and then you will see the settings. And in the settings, you choose the microphone. You click the microphone and you will see if it is working. Then you will see a vertical bar which will move correspondingly with your voice. It's on. So I have no idea then why I can't hear you. Do you use Skype? Dima, do you use Skype? And then your microphone should be working on Skype, right? It is working there. Okay? Alright. Vlad, how about you? You turned your microphone off. How are you doing? What's new? Sorry? Say it again, please.
Don't use. No news.
You have no news. Very interesting. So the whole week passed without any news. Nothing happened at all. Alright, did you celebrate the Halloween?
No celebrate Halloween.
Why?
Education school.
And which school do you go to?
What?
Which school do you go to? And what grade are you in? If you are in high school.
Don't understand. Sorry.
So, where do you study?
Hagen school.
Sorry? 11th? Okay, 11th grade. Alright, I understand. Very good. Alright. Julian, would you want to ask them some questions?
I'm trying to think of good questions to ask. I know if the students know this, but I'm in the United States of America right now. And it's morning here, the sun is shining. I wonder if the students have any questions to ask me.
Yeah, sure, of course. Do you have questions to Joanne? Dima, do you have questions to Joanne? Vlad, how about you? That's a very good chance for you to improve. I try to reload now. I think it will work. Okay, please do. Please try. Vlad, how about you? Do you have any questions?
No question.
Question.
Okay. How was your week?
I'm going to say actually.
So is it work now?
Sorry, Jen. I think that Dima is here. We can hear his voice. Could you,
Is it
Jen,
work
could you
now?
please
It's
repeat?
curious.
Dima, is it you?
Yes, yes.
Okay, very good. I can hear you now. Very good. Jen, you were saying something. If you please repeat.
I was just saying I can tell people things that they're curious about America.
Yeah, sure. I think that Dima, he turned his microphone on, and I think that he will be very willing to ask you something. Dima, do you have any questions to Jen, please?
And what questions?
Any questions about the United States of America? What is interesting for you?
I don't really know now. How about the Halloween?
We already talked about that.
Yes, I hear it.
Yeah. So how was your Halloween?
It was nothing. Because my friends don't mind about this.
About what?
About this holiday. They don't mind.
So did you go and visit some restaurants?
Just one. It's boring one, I think.
Alright, and
It's Halloween.
yeah, if you
Holiday in Russia.
What sort?
Is Halloween a holiday in Russia?
No, it is the holiday, not a state holiday, maybe.
but in the States, in the United States of America, it's also not a day off or a government holiday. It's just a custom tradition.
And in Russia, several people know about this holiday. About the whole Halloween.
Right. Yeah. That's Jen, do you think that it's very clear why it's so different in the States and in Russia about Halloween?
I guess we come from different traditions. The Halloween holiday actually comes from, I think, a Catholic tradition of all Hallows celebrating the lives of saints.
Yeah. You know that for the Russian people, I think it was kind of a to put on these scary costumes. Um, well, I even, you know, I have no words how to explain why we do not and didn't celebrate this holiday. Yeah, Dima, can you explain why we do not celebrate it like very widely?
I think because we never celebrate it. It's not our tradition, so.
But why it is not a tradition? Because you see, for the Catholic background, it's kind of a pretty big tradition. Why not for the Orthodox?
Because
or for yeah.
Different religion, no?
I have no idea. I am just thinking. I have no idea.
I have heard that a big holiday in Russia is in May. It celebrates the end of the Great Patriotic War.
Yeah, right. It's Victory Day. Yeah. But you see, it's different. I think that
It's very different.
yeah, you cannot compare it. It's a holiday of a very different type. I think that we have kind of the same type of holiday. For example, the 1st of April, the April Fools is. I think that we observe the April Fools on the same range, on the same level as in the United States.
We put sugar in salt shakers.
Yeah, something like that. You're right. It's it's kind of a fun. Yeah, it's when you we like pranks. We are pranksters, and again, if you ask Dima, I think that he can tell you also that he likes pranks. Dima, can you think of any pranks? Do you know the word prank? Yeah. I will type it for you.
Can you type it? Yes.
Just.
Can you type it?
Yeah, sure. Joanne,
Yes.
Prank.
could you please comment a little bit on this word?
Can I do what on this word?
Uh-huh.
Do you want me to type it?
No, I typed it already. It's there in the chat window. I just
Okay, I understand. It's like a joke.
yeah, but it's different from a joke. It's a practical joke. Another word for you, practical joke.
It's a trick. A trick. Okay.
Oh, Joanne, why can't you see the chat window?
I can see the chat window. I just don't see the word prank.
It was a little bit earlier, before the practical joke. So, well, sometimes prank or a practical joke might be, sorry to say, not that funny.
I had a neighbor. I lived in an apartment building. Her front door was next to my front door. She was very afraid of spiders. So I got a very, very thin thread and hung a rubber spider from the thread to hang down right where her face would be when she opened her door. And then I waited. And I heard this scream. And I knew that she'd opened her door and saw the spider.
Yeah. All right.
She didn't think it was funny. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, but you know, in Russia, we have lots of pranks in the summer camps, which are for the Russian answer to scouts. Maybe you heard about the young pioneers.
Yes.
So you know that usually they have these pranks during the nights, and most of these pranks might be painting somebody who is sleeping with a toothpaste. He's all over his face, his or her face, or you know, sometimes because it's summer, they can take the bed with a sleeping person and put it outside on the porch.
No.
Yeah, really. So, as you can see, sometimes we are pretty nasty with jokes. And you know that sometimes even when, let's say, the one term of stay in this camp finishes, and then there are 2 or 3 days in between the next term, the next group of students or young pioneers will come, and the counselors are waiting for them. They're cleaning the territory, the rooms, the houses, the cabins, and of course during the nights the pranks are even nastier. It's like, I'm very sorry to say about that. Somebody can take somebody's underwear and raise it onto the flag mast instead of a flag. So, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of we can do very nasty things. Dima, can you think of something also kind of this is what is called a practical joke or a prank?
I have done all of these jokes, all of these pranks.
Yourself?
When I was in camp.
In the summer camp, all right.
Yes,
maybe I have forgotten something. Maybe you remember something specific.
I'm trying to.
Yes, please. Well, but I think that American people are very inventive. You know, we never do this inventive, resourceful. you have yeah, very resourceful. Um, because I heard of lots of stories about this window soaping for the cars, or toilet paper wrapping the car, or even the house, or the tree, right? You are the tree, or the putting the dye in the head of the shower, like the green dye in the head of the shower, and when the person gets up in the morning and goes to take a shower, it, the person is green all over.
Do you have cling film in Russia?
What kind of the sound is coming?
It's a thin sheet of plastic that you wrap things with.
Joanne, the sound is awful. I'm so sorry about that, but I hardly can hear you. Just will you please type?
Sure.
Clean film.
Yes.
And yeah, I understand what you say. Kind of a adhesive tape, right?
No.
No? You mean it's kind of a transparent? Yeah, I have forgotten. Yeah, I understand. Um, yeah, we have the same. We call it cellophane,
What we
right?
would
Uh-huh.
in college is lift the toilet seat and put
Yeah,
the
right.
film over the bowl, and then
Yeah.
put the seat back down, and the person who's going
Right.
to use the toilet can't see the clean film. And then they
Yeah.
have a very bad accident.
Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah. Um, yeah, in Russia it's very different, of course, because it's people usually when they are somewhere in the public toilets, they never sit on the seat of the toilet. They usually stand at kind of on the perch, kind of a bird on the perch. That's very different.
Wow.
Yeah. It's people feel kind of squeamish um, about using the same seat with sharing the same seat with other people. But this is very strong in this culture. Yeah, and I heard about this clean tape to wrap food with. Right. Do you remember the movie As Good as It Gets with Jack Nicholson?
I saw it. I don't remember it very well.
He used to wrap every dish, every meat dish, every let's say pie on the plate. He wrapped in this clean tape and then put into the refrigerator. He tended to be very squeamish. Dima. Sorry?
Yes.
Maybe you have, now you have questions. Because
I
you
prefer
see,
to listen to you.
That's not a good idea. Because of course we can talk a lot. For us, it's mostly for Joanne. It's absolutely, for a native speaker, it's very comfortable. But for you, you have to try. And you see, today is kind of a very different class because I didn't put the announcement about today's class, and that is why nobody came. I almost intentionally didn't put the announcement about the class because I didn't have time. I was very busy, and so you kind of lucky to be one-on-one with the native speaker. So use this opportunity. So please.
But I, like you, don't have idea what about to talk.
Questions to the native speaker. Questions to Joanne. Any kinds of questions, because you see, while you try and while you try and put a question, then you will feel easier about your grammar, about your vocabulary, and so on. Just try.
Which literature in USA you prefer to read?
Well, right now I'm reading about zombies.
Wow.
Walking Dead?
What?
Did you not understand?
Yes, we understand. I'm asking that you're reading something like Walking Dead, right?
Right.
Oh.
There's a television show, Walking Dead, and I like the show, so I'm reading about other books about zombies.
Dima, do you
And
read
now I have a
books
good
about
read on my desk.
zombies?
No, I never read the books about zombies. I never.
Dima,
Only films,
your
only movies.
microphone is very. I understand. Your microphone is very close to your mouth, so please move a little bit farther
Okay.
from the microphone. Yeah,
Like
otherwise,
this?
the sound of your voice is kind of a slurring. It's very hard to understand. Yeah, that's okay. Now that's not a problem. So you said that you prefer to watch movies about zombies. So what was the last movie you watched about zombies?
The Great Gatsby. It was The Great Gatsby.
Great Gatsby. It's not about zombies. I didn't watch
About
the
zombies.
movies. Yeah, about zombies. I didn't watch The Great Gatsby with Leonardo. I didn't watch with Leonardo DiCaprio. I watched with Redford. Do you remember this?
I know.
Joanne.
I don't remember. I don't know about this.
Have you seen with Redford?
No.
No.
No? I loved it. It was great. I have no idea. I can't think of the name of the of woman, of the lady who played the main part but he he was exactly Robert Redford is exactly how I can imagine Gatsby for me. Definitely not Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean outwardly. So, have you watched with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Have I watched what?
The Great Gatsby with Leonardo DiCaprio.
No.
Okay.
I watched Django Unchained.
Oh, did you like it?
Yes.
Really?
And I
People
watched
say
Glorious Bastards.
people say that Django Unchained is very graphic.
It is. It's like a comic book.
Wow.
You have comic books?
In what way?
Some people call them graphic novels. They're books that are made of pictures.
Alright.
I'm not ringing a bell here, am I?
Okay. I understand. So, Dima, what was your last zombie movie?
I haven't
I
watched.
didn't remember.
Did Dima say something?
Yes,
I
please.
didn't remember, I say.
Alright. Julian, you were saying?
I don't go to the movies very often. I watch movies on my TV. And there haven't been zombie movies on TV.
Okay. But I think that you watched this Walking Dead episode, right?
Yes.
Do you like it?
Yes, I like it, but not because of the zombies.
Okay.
It's about a group of people who are
Okay.
traveling together, trying to survive. And I'm more interested in the people and their relationship to each other.
I understand. Dren, do you think that for Dima, I think it will be a good idea. The previous class we didn't finish the test which you gave. I think that probably we can try to complete the test with Dima and with Vlad. If you don't mind, I will
I think
just...
Vlad left.
Really? I have no idea. So, I will just try and open a new window. Here you go. You understand it. Choose the correct modal for the following sentences. When you have answered all, click on the get score and the bottom of the page to see the score. So should and must. If I click on this, you have to choose tenants. You understand the word tenants. Tenants are the people who live in if they are renting an apartment or they are renting a house. People who live in a renting apartment. So what do you think? What the answer should be?
They must pay their rent.
Okay, let's put it here. Let's go further on, and then we'll see the answer. So just read. There is a spelling mistake, a small.
Okay.
Can you see my screen? Right?
Yes.
Okay. Good. So please read the next.
Should pedestrians look both ways before they cross the street?
Pedestrians should look both ways before they cross the street. And here you see there is a spelling mistake in the word before. Okay, so pedestrians.
Yes.
On drivers. Okay, drivers.
Must.
Drivers must stop for pedestrians at marked stopping. Okay. Okay.
Should maybe.
And just read the
homeowners. What means the word homeowners? I understand. Must. I think the word must. All workers must in order to voice you
vote. The vote.
Yes. I don't clearly understand the meaning of this phrase.
The meaning of the word to vote, when somebody is running for a president.
What I know.
Or
I understand.
You come in person. Come personally.
Oh.
That's
Should.
not a difficult.
Oh.
Okay.
Should.
Just read the sentence. It's something awkward, you know.
People who are sick should stay home from work.
Okay.
Construction workers must wear hard hats.
Hard hats. You understand the hard hats, right?
Yes. Waiters should be pleasant to customers.
Alright. Now you ready?
Like
You
this.
get your score, right?
Oh,
Let's get your score. Okay. So you see your score is 80%, and only questions 5 and 7 were answered incorrectly. If we go back to question 5, so homeowners not must but should report theft. You understand the word theft? Theft. Thief, steal, theft. Okay? To steal. The thief steals, and it is called a theft. Are you there?
Okay,
Oh.
I hear you, but with legs.
I understand. So, in order to vote, you must come in person because it's... Okay, let's ask Joanne. So, Joanne, what do you generally think of Dima's answers?
One thing I'd like to say is I think that Dima has a very good accent.
Really?
I think he says English words very clearly. He's easy to understand.
Thank you.
Welcome. In what do I think about question 7? In America, it's not necessary to go in person. You can vote by mail.
Yeah, right. But still you have a must here because it's a law, right?
If it's in a country that it's a law, then must is the right word.
All right. So I think that our time is almost up. So Joanne, thank you so much for taking part in this conversation. I really appreciate everything that you do, and it was so helpful as always, and I enjoyed it a lot, as I always do. Dima, do you want to say something? Dima, are you there? So I will try and find something for you.
How do you say goodbye in Russian?
До свидания. I will put to you. Yeah, до свидания.
Okay, до свидания.
So, Dima, do you want to say something? Alright, Jen left already. Okay, thank you so much, and hope to see you.
Oh, okay.
Jen left already. Alright, goodbye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
You are currently the only person in